The Viewpoint is live now.
भगवान कृष्ण जब इस धरती पर आए तो उन आने से पहले वृंदावन में उन्होंने गाय को उतारा, गोवर्धन में गाय को उतारा। और उनको पता था कि हमारा जो वैद्य होगा, डॉक्टर होगा, सर्जन होगा, वो गाय ही होगी। गाय को राष्ट्रीय पशु घोषित किया जाना चाहिए। जो मोर है ये आजीवन ब्रह्मचारी है, ये कभी भी मोरनी के साथ सेक्स नहीं करती। इसके जो आंसू आते हैं, मोरनी उससे चुग कर गर्भवती होती है।
Good evening, namaskar, adab. Would you ever believe it, folks? In my 20 years of journalism, I've seen some bizarre, I've seen some theatrical moves which have been made by politicians, by activists, by members of the judiciary. But what I have seen today is unparalleled. The words that you heard were the words which have been delivered by a man who happens to be a judge of the High Court in Rajasthan. Yet, each evening I tell you why you should be very careful of everything that you see in mainstream media. Because I've also been looking at what's being dished out by our peers, and I'm certain that all of you, in order to have an exact viewpoint, you all flip through channels. But it's unbelievable. Can I tell you, it's unbelievable the extent to which these studio warriors come fake nationalists have now dumbed themselves down, that they're unwilling to look at something which is so clear as daylight right in front of you. Absolutely anything which I believe a liberal, modern, progressive India is supposed to be identified with, for this lot of pseudo-nationalists is equal to provoking the Hindus. Now I say, folks, I'm a proud Hindu. I am very proud of my religious credentials. I believe in God, I believe in Bhagwan, but my religiosity does not allow me to use intolerant, dishonest words to describe other communities. On Viewpoint, we only talk facts. We talk religion, we talk nationalism, but we look at it through the facts prism. We do not look at it through the biases of an individual, biases which are not based on facts. A man is beaten up in Indian Institute of Technology in Madras for organizing a beef fest, but these fake, dishonest TV nationalists say it must be the victim. Usi ki galti hogi, usi ne apne aap ko pitwaya hoga, and if he's lost his eye, that eye has been lost because of the man himself. Today, a judge of Rajasthan High Court is taking exactly the same fake, ridiculous nationalist sentiment to an unheard of absurd level. This is what's happened, folks. A retiring judge, a man who was just about to be retiring exactly at 5 p.m, decides to make this statement. He says, quote unquote, bovine animals must be made national animal because, and you really have to listen to this, and we'll play that clip for you in a short while from now. He says the reason is that Lord Krishna had sent cows on earth before Lord Krishna himself came on this planet. Of course, we have to go by the Judge Sahib because he happens to be the Judge Sahib, and the Judge Sahib knows that Lord Krishna was on this planet and Lord Krishna had sent cows on this planet before he came. Those are the words of a sitting judge of Rajasthan High Court. Now, if you thought that it ends there, it doesn't end there. And that's why I'm saying, please beware in today's day and age of these fake pseudo-studio nationalists, because they'll never bring you up to date with these facts. There's another pearl of wisdom from Judge Mahesh Chandra Sharma. He believes the peacock is a national bird because it is a brahmachari. A peacock is a brahmachari. I simply ask you, while you're watching us and while you're watching this debate, just go on Google immediately and say, do peacocks have sex? Do peacocks have intercourse? And you will see the number of hits that you get and the kind of description which exists in otherwise, frankly, which appears to be a very, very moving, lyrical, romantic move which would be made by peacocks and peahens. Now, I'm saying, if this is the state of judiciary, if this is what is going on in sections of Indian judiciary, how should I be looking at the esteemed institution of judges themselves in our country? recommending that the cow be made the national animal and giving lessons on the sex life or lack of it of peacocks and peahens. Do I really believe judges like these? Do I use the word adjudicator for them, or do I use this one? Have judges like Mahesh Chandra Sharma in an institution which otherwise is known for its legalese and its legal superiority, are these individuals reducing this institution to a joke? Think about it. And again, I'm warning you, pseudo-nationalists, fake studio warriors will never bring you up to date with these facts. So let me straight away take you right inside the heart of the story. The man who gave us a talking point tonight, Judge Mahesh Chandra Sharma, he happens to be a judge of the Rajasthan High Court. And typically, when babus retire, when judges retire, they immediately let their tongues loose. So bureaucrats on their last day typically think in terms of taking some pot shots against the government, against the establishment. Now, this Honorable Justice of Rajasthan High Court, on his last day at work, and just before he hung up his robes, the judge has asked Rajasthan's most senior bureaucrat, the Chief Secretary, to coordinate with the centre on his recommendation that the cow be made a national animal. Now, I have nothing against this demand of cow be made a national animal, and maybe there is some validity, some rationale behind what he was saying. But then to share his insights on cows, on celibacy and the sex life of peacocks, folks, has really forced me to tell you right up front that Justice Mahesh Chandra Sharma, in my view, is the ridiculous of the day. Just listen in to what he has to say.
गाय को राष्ट्रीय पशु घोषित किया जाना चाहिए. I have suggested to the government, क्योंकि वो सजेशन इसलिए थे कि वो मेरी आत्मा की आवाज थी. भगवान कृष्ण जब इस धरती पर आए तो उन्होंने आने से पहले वृंदावन में उन्होंने गाय को उतारा, गोवर्धन में गाय को उतारा, और उनको पता था कि हमारा जो वैद्य होगा, डॉक्टर होगा, सर्जन होगा, वो गाय ही होगी. गाय मरने के बाद भी काम आती है, गाय का गोबर भी काम आता है, गाय का मूत्र भी काम आता है, गाय का दूध भी काम आता है, गाय की हड्डियां भी काम आती है. जो मोर है ये आजीवन ब्रह्मचारी है. ये कभी भी मोरनी के साथ सेक्स नहीं करता. इसके जो आंसू आते हैं, मोरनी उससे चुगकर गर्भवती होती है.
He is the judge. He is the judge who needs to adjudicate, who needs to look at issues only and only through the fine prism of legalities. Is he really doing that? What's my viewpoint? I believe that Judge Mahesh Chandra Sharma actually is a fan of Bollywood films. You remember the time of Rajesh Khanna, Rajkumar, Sharmila Tagore? How would intimate scenes be shown? And of course, we're talking about the pre-Sunny Leone days. In those days, either a glass would break and it would show as if an intimate scene has happened. Fire, that would be the ultimate sign of intimacy. Flowers coming together would be another sign. Birds and bees chirping. That was then. Is Justice Mahesh Chandra Sharma nothing else but just a fan of Bollywood? That's something that you must think about. You know why? Because I believe a judge's job is to adjudicate. His job is to examine the fine legal technicalities which are associated with any case and then come to a considered judgment. His job is not to convert a serious issue into a theatre of absurd. I believe Justice Mahendra Chandra Sharma, who otherwise has an experience of, take this, over 3 decades as a lawyer, he's been a judge for over 10 years, his comments today, and may I say with great humility and great respect to an otherwise very, very illustrious mechanism, illustrious system of our democracy, the judiciary, some comments which have been delivered earlier by some of the judges across India show just how irrational and how unscientific some of our learned judges may well have become. So I ask tonight on Viewpoint, does it not throw a huge challenge for our judiciary? In my view, the senior most judges in this country, the senior most judges of the Supreme Court need to take a good hard look at some of the statements which are being made by judges with great tenacity across the country, because in my view, it is indeed a very, very serious issue with ominous potential and possibilities for our democracy. That's my viewpoint. Let's see whether our panelists agree with my view or not. The blunt question which you're raising tonight. Cow is a doctor. Peacocks are brahmacharis. That's the view of Rajasthan High Court Judge Mahesh Chandra Sharma, has Justice Sharma done nothing else but embarrass the judiciary? That's the question which I'll be posing to my panel tonight. Justice B.A. Khan is a former Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir High Court, joining us live with very straight and clear views. Advaita Kala, well-known author, takes a very strong position on matters related to the right wing. Rashid Engineer is an independent MLA and a proud beef eater. He had organized a beef party once. Gauri Moleki is an animal rights activist. She says she supports the judge's view. Munna Kumar Sharma is from the Akhil Bharati Hindu Mahasabha. And also with us, comedian Sunil Pal, with his own rather interesting and satirical take on the views which have been expressed today by the judge. So let's kick off with the debate and let's see whether our panelists agree with it or not. You are free to tweet me, Facebook me, and I'll take your comments live. If you feel like becoming a part of this show, if you have a question to raise to any of our panelists, just call on our landline numbers which are there on news18.com and we'll ensure that you're a part of this program. Let's kick off with our buzzer round first, where we give our two lead speakers 1 minute each to make their introductory comments. So let me start first with you, Justice Khan. Since I'm focusing this entire debate on whether Justice Mahesh Chandra Sharma has ended up embarrassing the judiciary, as a former illustrious member of this great illustrious institution, do you feel embarrassed that Justice Sharma uses the name justice to describe himself? Has that word justice been ridiculed today because of the comments which have been made by this judge?
I feel hugely embarrassed. I want to laugh on through your program instead of saying anything. It's so bizarre. Disconnect. Disconnect.
So you feel...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you, Judge Saab. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. It's so bizarre, so funny. I mean, but you are being harsh to the institution of judiciary because you are attributing this eminent judge's the bakwas to the institution of judiciary. This is an aberration. You have some characters like this. Earlier on we had Justice Kannan. Now we are having this thing. That's one explanation of it. May I assure you that in our judiciary there are 99% people who are serious judges and who discharge their judicial obligation with all sense of responsibility.
I most certainly do not mean any disrespect. I do not mean to indulge in any disrespect, Justice Khan, I must point out. I'll come back to you in a moment. So I'll come back to you in our open round because I'm just starting off with initial comments. And I must say, and I must repeat, I'm saying our judiciary is a very, very illustrious organ of our democracy. I believe even if there is one judge like Justice Sharma, and I will put a graphic in a short while from now, which will actually defeat the argument being made there by a learned judge, Justice Khan. It's not the first time that an absurd, atrocious and ridiculous comment has been made by a judge. Many such comments have been made in the past and we'll get you up to speed with that as well. But let me just focus on our studio guest here as well, Munna Kumar Sharma, member of the Akhil Bharati Hindu Mahasabha. Munna जी ये बताइए, गाय हमारी माता है, हमको सब कुछ आता है, बचपन में थे तो लोग बड़ा ऐसा मजाक उड़ाते थे. लेकिन आज ये जो जज साहब ने जो कहा कि साहब गाय को आप बना दीजिए राष्ट्रीय एनिमल, ये मुझे समझ में आती है बात, उसमें कुछ एक विधि विधान हो सकता है. लेकिन ये कहना कि पीकॉक्स तो मेट ही नहीं करते, पी हेन वो आंसू पीती है इसलिए वो मेट होती है, इसलिए वो प्रेग्नेंट होती है, क्या आपको नहीं लगता एक और जहां वो गाय के बारे में हो सकता है सही बात कर रहे हो, लेकिन यहां पर जब वो इस प्रकार की टिप्पणी करते हैं तो उनकी अपनी बात की जो संजीदगी है वो खत्म हो जाती है?
देखिए, ये जज साहब को कमेंट करने का पूरा अधिकार है और उन्होंने जो कमेंट गाय के बारे में दिया है वो बहुत ही उचित है और भारतीय संस्कृति में और हिंदू संस्कृति में, चूँकि ये हिंदुस्तान हिंदू राष्ट्र है और ये हिंदू संस्कृति है, इसलिए इसमें जो उनका ये कमेंट है कि गाय को राष्ट्रीय पशु घोषित किया जाना चाहिए, बिल्कुल उचित है और सरकार को तुरंत इस पर एक्शन लेते हुए गाय को राष्ट्रीय पशु घोषित करना चाहिए। और जो लोग जज साहब के कमेंट पर का मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं या उसका विरोध कर रहे हैं, या तो शायद गाय की महत्ता का उनको पता नहीं है या भारतीय संस्कृति का उनको ज्ञान नहीं है। मैं तो यही कहूँगा, चूंकि गाय केवल ऐसे ही माता नहीं है, गाय को माता इसलिए कहा जाता है कि गाय से बहुत लाभ है। जिस तरह से माँ एक बच्चे का पालन पोषण करती है, उसी तरह से गाय भी बच्चों का लालन पोषण करती है।
एक मिनट में आता हूं. I'll just come back to you because your 1 minute introductory comment is over. We'll come back to you, sir, in our open round. But I just want to for a moment persist with that argument which I was having with Justice Khan. Now, Justice Khan believes that I'm being unfair, and I'm again repeating that I don't mean any disrespect to the judiciary, but I must. And on Viewpoint, we always stick to facts. That's why I say that this is the only program which enables you to come to a viewpoint which is based on facts, not a viewpoint which is based on my biases or my channel's individual biases, as you will probably see on some other platforms. So, take a look at how in the past as well, comments have been made. Comments have been made by our learned judges, which may well have ended up embarrassing a lot of these individuals. For instance, look at this. Madras High Court in 2015. What did it say? Gave bail to rape convict to mediate with victim. Mumbai Court in 2014. What happened there? It allowed a man to divorce his wife over her insatiable desire for sex. Delhi Court in 2014. What did it say? Acquitted a man accused of raping his wife, said no such thing as marital rape. These are all judges, folks. I'm quoting judgments. Madras High Court 2013. What does it say? Observes that premarital sex be treated as marriage. Mumbai Court in 2011. What does it say? It says allows a man to divorce his wife because, take this one, because she partied too hard. These are some of the judgments which have been given by people in the otherwise famed portals of our judiciary. Advaita Kala, let me come to you then. Should I just be looking at this as an isolated example? On one hand, you have Munna Kumar Sharma, who says cow must be declared as a national animal. You then have this roaring debate in other parts of the country, as is playing out in Chennai, where beef is being consumed only and only to make a political point. Do you believe Justice Sharma is actually behaving like a judge, or is he behaving like a ridiculous, biased person in this case?
Well, first of all, I don't think the cow is a political animal, and it shouldn't be made one. I find that most distressing about this whole situation, because it is something that is genuinely connected to the sentiments of many, many Hindus. So the fact that it is being used as a political animal is condemnable. I'd like to start by stating that. Secondly, since you've reiterated on more than one occasion on your introduction on the facts, then we have to look at this from the case of facts. I think the reference to the peacock and the peahen was really an addendum, because he was not talking about that in his judgment. His judgment was with regards to a PIL which was flagged off because of slaughterhouse, not a slaughterhouse, sorry, but Gaushala, and how the animals or the cows there were not properly taken care of. So that was the context. Secondly, when he made these comments, he said so, he spoke from his soul. He did not say that he was speaking, he was not stating any legalese. He was not sitting with a gavel
let's not go down that road. Let's not go down that
table
road.
And saying this is the law.
Let's not be charitable to the judge.
Bhupen, I still got a minute.
No, you got your minute, but I'm just saying, when you say a judge is speaking from his soul, I say a judge at all times, when he's sitting on that chair, when he's delivering a judgment, he only and only needs to be looking at everything through the legal book. It should be a legal book. How can you say that he is spoken from his soul and it doesn't matter?
And when we look at him, Bhupen, I'm quoting him one. Secondly, if we're looking at him from the legal perspective, then let's look at his judgments and let's evaluate whether these assumptions or these attitudes of his have influenced his judgments. I think that would be the fair way to look at this, as opposed to looking at it from the point of view of personal comments that
let me go to Rashid Engineer then. Rashid Engineer, there is Advaita Kala saying, let's make a distinction. The judge may have spoken about the peacocks and the peahens not mating with the peacocks from his soul. And the other points that he was making, perhaps that should not be looked at through a political prism. It should be looked at only and only through fine legalese. Do you for a moment believe this attempt being made to somehow justify the comment being made by the judge? I say, either the judge, Engineer Saab, should openly say, let the cow be declared a national animal. He doesn't say that in his judgment. He says, I'm asking the Chief Secretary. I'm asking the Chief Secretary to coordinate with the central agencies and the others. Is this hypocrisy being declared on part of the judge?
Sir, let me first say that judges are also human beings and errors do occur there. They have their viewpoint. But whatsoever the Honorable Judge has said, I think it is so disgusting, and I have no option but to salute you for at least daring to say something which whole nation might be watching and definitely wanting to know, because people don't normally dare to take up such sensitive issues where they are always, they may face some breach of respect towards the judges or breach of privilege, whatsoever you may call it. And I really have no words, but the way you have taken up this issue, I am sure that it should open a nationwide debate. And as honorable judges of the Supreme Court, what you rightly said, they must take the cognizance and things should be set in right perspective, because judiciary is the only hope of a common man when he is deprived of his rights. And I am telling this in the broader context because at the end of the day, judges are the ray of hope for the common man of this country, wherever they live. So I really don't agree even an iota what judge has said, but all what you have said, I think that is enough. And I salute you. I am short of words. Hats off to you. I have nothing more to say.
No, thank you very much, Mr. Engineer. But you know what? You yourself came under fire, sir, when you organized a beef party. And it was said that you're trying to provoke the majority community. And it amazes me that these so-called self-appointed champions of nationalism are today using these words to justify their moves. That this is nothing else but provoking the majority. In IIT Madras, a man loses his eye. Hear me with me, Munna Sharma. Munna Sharma is saying, गाय हमारी माता है, हमको बिल्कुल किसी को कोई हक नहीं है कि आप गाय का मांस खाने की आप सोचें. Now, what is then on the other hand, you have this judge who makes this point. How do you justify these three comments then?
Sir, please allow me to say.
Yes.
This time I don't want to indulge in that debate with you what I did or what I faced, because that is story of the past. If you have, if you want to discuss me,
I know.
I am ready to discuss everything of that. But having said that, having said that, we really let us respect sentiments of everybody. And India is not a country which is known for just only cow vigilantes. I think when in 1947 India achieved freedom, people thought that India is a secular country, what Baba Rao, Bhim Rao Ambedkar or Gandhiji or others said. And if India doesn't take, it's a wake-up call whatsoever is happening in India today. I think it is Talibanization of India going on today. I'm sorry to say, I don't want to use this word. When those people sitting on your TV channels, they accuse Kashmiris of Wahhabization and radicalization. They have a right to make their viewpoint. I don't disagree with them. I can debate with them. But at the same time, they need to take really this wake-up call, because I think that whatsoever is happening in India today, it is purely like Talibanization of India going on at the hands of radical elements, and India needs to take up this wake-up call so that things don't go from bad to worse.
Well, I must, usually I refrain from quoting personal SMSs, but I must point out that I just got an SMS from a former Additional Solicitor General. And what the Additional Solicitor General of the state of Karnataka is saying, why waste national time on a combo of a fool, insane and ambitious? And I say it's not wastage of national time. Justice Khan, I know you're laughing, sir, but I say it's not wastage of national time. I believe it's the most important thing for the country to know some of the people who sit on these chairs as judges. Do you, sir, you said, Justice Khan, a short while back that you felt embarrassed. Is there any way that you can justify the comments which have been made by this judge? Tell me. Now that I've portrayed so many earlier instances.
Surely not. Bapin, let me correct you firstly. I never said that you have been unfair to judiciary. I said it is wrong to attribute this man's comments, howsoever funny, to the whole institution of judiciary.
Section of the judiciary. I'm not saying whole of judiciary. I myself am saying, sir.
No, these you can count on fingers. This is not a section. You don't have, in judiciary, you don't have people like this who.
जज साहब जो मद्रास हाई कोर्ट का ऑर्डर हुआ उस पर क्या कहेंगे आप? मद्रास हाई कोर्ट ने जो रोक लगाया है ये भी सरकार के निर्णय पर कि ये पशु बाजार से खरीदा नहीं जा सकता पशु काटने के लिए, तो उसको ये हाई कोर्ट ने कैसे रोक दिया?
One more.
Please can you allow me to speak?
Please go ahead.
So he is talking about a judgment of the Madras High Court. See, you can't comment on a judgment. If the judgment is wrong, then you can take a remedy against that. He can't question how Madras High Court did this and that. But what I was trying to say is that these comments, how so frivolous, funny, whatever you may call, laughable, is not the issue. The issue is that in our judiciary, there is an element existing, which element makes judges to speak trash in court proceedings which have no relevance to the cases they decide. That is a bigger issue. And I have come across, in my experience of 20 years as a judge, judges from their chairs speaking all trash, giving all sermons, talking all types of things. Even asking a lawyer, do you know what the Ghalib has said in such and such? That poor fellow comes from south, he doesn't know who Ghalib is. Now, that is why in the Judicial Standards and Accountability Bill, when it went to the Privileges Committee, an amendment was suggested that judges should be restrained from making unwarranted and irrelevant observations.
Can I tell you one thing, Judge Saab? Can I tell you one thing, Justice Khan? On this very program, I've had your statement, Justice Markanday Kadju, former judge of the Supreme Court. On this very program, he came and he openly ridiculed all judges in the country. Not just, he said 90% of judges in this country are all making ridiculous comments. Now, I wonder whether, according to me, it's just a small section. According to me, it's just a small section.
That he has been doing.
Yeah.
That he has been doing out of habit. And that we have been rebutting also from time to time. And now for somehow he has gone silent, I don't know. But one instance of Justice Markanday Kadju can't make the whole
now you say, sir, I'm not running a campaign against the judiciary. Again, I'm saying I'm only and only looking at some people who make these comments, and in this specific context, Justice Khan.
Therefore, let us crystallize the issue.
Let us absolutely.
Issue is that in judiciary, there is a problem of the judges making unwarranted and irrelevant observations in cases which have nothing to do with those cases. And they are sermonizing, they are making sometimes political statements, they are ridiculing governments, they are doing all sorts of things sitting from their chair. And that's why a provision needs to be made in the Standards and Accountability Act, which you are not able to pass since 2010.
But you know what you're describing. Let me take this further. I want to go to Sunil Pal and then come back to Advaita Kala on that one. I just want all of you to just for a moment look at some of these pictures that we're playing. You know what I did? Since Justice Khan, you're saying it's irrelevant. And former Additional Solicitor General of the state of Karnataka is saying it's wastage of national time. I say it's not wastage of national time. You know what? Because all I had to do, and I'm no great expert in animal science or something, but when a judge makes a comment like this, that peacocks and peahens don't mate, I simply went on Google and what did I find? Just take a look at this. I just want you all to take a look at that number. If you type do peacocks have intercourse, do peacocks mate, the first hit that you see, और ये देखिए आप मुन्ना जी आप देखिए अखिल भारत हिंदू महासभा से हैं, 10,60,000, 10,60,000 results in exactly 0.71 seconds, less than a second. I'm sure Justice Khan, you'll bear with me, sir, that this judge, Justice Mahesh Chandra Sharma, who's been a lawyer for 3 decades, has been a judge for 1 full decade, surely he has a team of researchers, surely he's exposed to the ways of the internet, and surely he must have used some counsel. Sunil Pal जी, मैं इसको कैसे समझूं मैं इसको इस बात को कि यहाँ पर एक जज साहब हैं सुनील पाल जी, महेश चंद्र शर्मा जी, वो कहते हैं साहब देखिए ये तो
गाय के जो फायदे बताए हैं जैसा
एक मिनट पीएन जो है गाय का फायदा एक तरफ, दूसरी ओर कहते हैं पीएन जो एक मोरनी है वो तो आंसू पीती है, उस आंसू को पी के वो प्रेग्नेंट हो जाती है। ये क्या है? ये आपके मुताबिक ये जजमेंट है, ये जुडिशरी है, ये उपहास है, क्या है ये पाल साहब?
But this is his expression of whatever little he knows about peacock.
But what मिलेगा आपको नेशनल एंकर का खिताब मिलना चाहिए, सबसे पहली बात
जी।
और दूसरी बात यह है कि परिवर्तन ही संसार का नियम है, हम लोग हमेशा सुनते आए करते आए हैं। आज हम लोग जो इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं वो पहले नहीं था, आज बोल रहे हैं। पहले हम अंग्रेजों के दुश्मन थे, अंग्रेज हमारे दुश्मन थे, अंग्रेजों के लिए लड़ाई की, अंग्रेजों को भगाए यहाँ से और कि दोबारा इस देश में आना मत, लेकिन अंग्रेज चले गए, अंग्रेजियत यहाँ रह गई। कपड़ों में पहले हम धोती पहनते थे, अभी कोट वोट पहनने लगे हैं। पहले हमारे पास में लेटर लिख के भेजते थे, अभी मैसेज आ गए हैं। पहले हमारे पास लैंडलाइन नंबर था, अभी मोबाइल हाथ में आ गए। तो अगर परिवर्तन संसार का नियम है तो क्या बुरा किया महेश साहब ने ये कह के कि गाय को नेशनल एनिमल बनाया जाए, इसमें कोई बुरी बात नहीं,
बिल्कुल नहीं है।
तो अब तक था ही ना,
जी।
आगे चल के कुछ और परिवर्तन, कुछ नयापन तो आना ही चाहिए ना। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि जज होने के नाते उनके बात को भले ना समझो, लेकिन उनके जज्बात को जरूर समझो कि ये बात बिल्कुल सही है कि हम चेंज अगर लाएंगे तो हमें भी अच्छा लगेगा और कुछ किसी चीज को बढ़ावा मिलेगा, कोई चीज सामने आएगी, कुछ तो पता चलेगा। गाय के बारे में जैसे फायदा मुन्ना भाई ने बताया, बिल्कुल सही बात है कि गाय वाकई माता है, उसका दूध काम आता है, उसके गोबर का गैस बनता है और जिससे खेती बाड़ी होती है। गाय बहुत बहुत काम आती है गाय, वैसे ही मतलब वो हमारे लिए तो गाय के अलावा कोई दूसरा ऑप्शन भी नहीं है कि नेशनल एनिमल किसी को बनाया जाए। बाकी मोर का तो वैसे कोई फायदा है नहीं, तो मोर का कोई हम अपमान नहीं कर रहे, मोर का कोई अपमान नहीं कर रहे, बस इतना कह जाते हैं कि भाई अब यू आर नो मोर, हम उनको कहना चाहिए यू आर नो मोर, अब हमारे गाय जो है आ जाएगी। बाकी बातें तो बहुत होती रहेगी, कोई कहेगा कि गाय की रक्षा करो, कोई कहता है गाय की भक्षा करो, लेकिन मैं कहता हूं भैया गाय को नेशनल एनिमल बनाने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई टेंशन नहीं है,
कोई टेंशन नहीं। Yeah, engineer Saab, you were saying something. Rashid Saab, you were saying something.
Sir, what I was saying is that, what I was saying is that we do respect the cows, but tell me one thing: is cow only the issue which India is facing? There are other issues also other than the cow, which India is facing as on date. There are people who are dying everywhere for the want of hunger, for other things. So just making cow a national-wide debate and using it as a tool to suppress the minorities, and it should be a fundamental right of everybody, what people want to eat, what people want to live. Yes, of course, one must respect the sentiments of other community. I am there with you.
Yes.
I am there with my other friends, other panelists on the front,
yes.
Other friends on the panel. So all what I want to say is that cow, definitely, you can declare cow a national animal, but at the
इंजीनियर
same time,
राशिद,
you should
आपसे
not
मैं
deprive
पूछना
people
चाहता हूँ
of
कि गाय मुसलमानों की माता नहीं है?
हाँ।
क्या गाय से मुसलमानों को फायदा नहीं होता है? दूध नहीं मिलता, घी नहीं मिलता, दही नहीं मिलता, गोबर नहीं मिलता है।
फायदा तो घोड़ा गधे से भी होता है, फायदा हाथी से भी होता है,
फिर क्या चीज
फायदा तो हर एक से होता है।
आप किस लिए गौ हत्या करते हो? किस लिए ये गौ हत्या
फायदा
करके
किससे नहीं होता है?
पार्टी
तो
देते
फिर आप सारे हिंदुस्तान में गाय पर पाबंदी क्यों नहीं लगाते हो? केरला गोवा में आपकी सरकार है, वहाँ गाय पर पाबंदी क्यों नहीं लगाते हो? मेघालय में बीजेपी का जो लीडर है, मेघालय बीजेपी का लीडर कहता है कि हम बीफ को सस्ता करेंगे। सर, मेघालय में बीजेपी के लीडर कहते हैं हम बीफ को सस्ता करेंगे। आपने उनके खिलाफ तो कोई कार्रवाई नहीं की, लेकिन पहले हम कहते थे
आप लोग पाकिस्तान पर बोलते हो,
चूंकि
भारतीय संस्कृति के खिलाफ बोलना,
लेकिन गाय के नाम पर
भारत के खिलाफ बोलना, हिंदुओं के खिलाफ बोलना,
पहलू खान को मारना,
इसके लिए आपको पाकिस्तान से पैसे मिलते हैं,
सबको पता है। पिटाई करना असेंबली में या इश्तियाक चौधरी को मारना, वो कहाँ का इंसाफ है सर?
आप जैसे लोगों को तो यहाँ रहने का ही कोई हक नहीं है।
आपके जज्बात को समझते हैं, लेकिन जम्मू
इससे तो
कश्मीर
अच्छा आप पाकिस्तान चले जाओ।
अगर आप उसी हिसाब से ले लें तो फिर जम्मू कश्मीर में गाय के गोश्त पर
गाय के बारे में आप क्या बोलोगे? आप तो गाय गौ हत्या करके पार्टी देते हो,
सम्मान करें, लेकिन
वो तो कह रहे हैं, वो तो कह रहे हैं।
लेकिन एक मुन्ना जी बताइए, आप तो कहते हैं कश्मीर में रेडिकलाइजेशन है,
one moment, this is not a debate. This is not a debate. This is not a debate on Kashmir.
इस मुल्क में गाय के अलावा भी कोई
This is not a debate. This is not a debate on Kashmir.
हमारी बहू
This is not a debate.
12-12, 14-14 गुंडे।
This is not a debate on Kashmir. मुन्ना जी एक सेकंड, मुन्ना जी, one moment.
बाद में अगर आप हिंदुस्तान को,
Folks, the truth is,
मुस्लिम सबको समान अधिकार है।
बिल्कुल, one moment, एक सेकंड, it's a sensitive subject, and I just want to stay within the ambit of seriousness. This is not, like I keep repeating to all my panelists, this is not like the other media platforms where there is a no holds barred debate without any conclusion. I wish to stick to facts, and as Justice Khan has very rightly and ably done, we wish to have a crystallized view, a crystallized consolidated viewpoint. Let me go to my next guest, and Gauri Bholekhi. She's a trusted people for animal. Gauri ji, welcome on Viewpoint. I'm just looking at numbers, and I'm looking at the time, Gauri, when tiger was declared as a national animal. When tiger was declared as a national animal, in the last 10 years or so, from 2010 to 2014, there has been a pretty substantial increase in tiger population in India, and I'm looking at Parliament's figures here. Then I'm looking at the population of cows. The population of cows too, incidentally, the female cattle, it has increased by almost 7% over the previous census without the cow being declared as a national animal. Do you believe the time has come, whether for religious purposes or for political purposes, or as an animal rights activist, do you believe cow is facing some kind of an existential crisis, because it appears by government's own numbers that the population of cows is increasing?
Well, the cow doesn't seriously have a population problem. The problem here is that of cruelty. It's a major cruelty issue. In India, we don't dispose of our dairy byproduct, which is barren cows or calves, in a responsible manner at all. We just palm them off to the nearest cattle market, where they get smuggled off to the other market and then other market, and then the death march to Bangladesh begins. That has to be stopped. Moreover, the dairies which are operating, even during the productive life of the cattle, whether it be cow or buffalo, they are, kept in deplorable conditions, tied with short ropes. There's hardly any pasture grazing. There's oxytocin.
So would that not have been better if this judge, if Justice Sharma, I say if Justice Sharma today, instead of talking about whether peacocks are having sex and peons are having sex or not, if you would have spoken about cruelty to animals, wouldn't that have been better? Would that not have been really a judgment-like statement?
See, it has already been ruled upon. There's been a substantive order from the Supreme Court in 2016 where the court formed a committee first, and upon recommendations of the committee passed an order, and based on the orders the livestock market rules have been formed. Now those are substantive actionable orders. We need to regulate our markets, we need to curb cruelty. Those are things that need to be done. You can keep declaring national this, national that, national whatever, but that doesn't really help anything. Recently Ganga has gotten a personhood given by an honorable High Court judge in Uttarakhand. Nobody has stopped dumping their rubbish in Ganga anyway. But now Ganga can be sued. That's one thing. So, since it's a person.
So bottom line is that Judge Sharma may well have been attempting. He may well have been attempting.
Yeah.
He may well have been attempting to maybe flag off the right issue. But you know what, Advaita? Maybe his political biases, or maybe his desire to be in the news, because I must also point out with great humility again to all my friends and my well-wishers in the judiciary, I've spoken to a lot of people in Jaipur today, and I must say I've not heard glorifying things, I've not heard great things about the kind of work which has been put in place by this judge. Apparently he has a tendency of making these statements. On that note, final word to you then, Advaita. The truth is this, that yes, beef consumption today is a huge political issue, and you and I can agree to disagree whether it should be a political issue or not, but it is. Do you believe the comments which have been made by this judge actually show that there is a bias now? There is a bias which is now sweeping through an Indian state which is increasingly becoming majoritarian about what should be consumed and what should not be consumed, and you are only juxtaposing matters of faith to something which is purely political?
No, I don't think so at all. It's not something that's a consequence of the present political circumstances. I mean, the debate about cow slaughter was there at the time when the constitution makers were working on it and decided to include it in the directive principles, to the time when political parties, including the Congress, which slaughtered a calf to make a political point in Kerala this past week, actually put it up on their posters, where they put a calf on their posters. So that's how much they've traveled. Okay. So let's not look at it from the point of view, from the lens of presentism, and say that, oh, because there is so and so.
So Justice Khan, final word then to you. This has been a vital issue, but what has been done? But what has been done?
I think Mahatma Gandhi has the best attitude to this.
Should Justice Sharma, Justice Khan, should Justice Sharma apologize? Is there no need for Justice Sharma to apologize, or do you believe what Advaita Kala says? Judge was speaking through his soul, so let's respect his soul.
No, I would be making a similar demand if I say so.
That's what he said.
But I wanted, just a minute, please. Just a minute, please.
Yeah, quickly, sir.
I wanted to bring the debate back to the track. See, what is wrong with this judge's statement is that in judiciary we have a set values for judicial functioning. And those contain a number of prohibitions. And those are operative from the statement of values which were promulgated at the time when Justice J.S. Verma was the Chief Justice of India.
Right.
Now, one of the prohibitions is that a judge should not indulge in a public debate.
That's the point.
A political debate.
That's the point.
Should not make a political statement.
That's right. That's
he has no business to make a because a judge is immune from all politics or all religion.
That is why I say. That's why I say, Justice Khan, it's not about religiosity. It's not about religiosity. That's why I say. That's why for the first time in my career I'm saying it clearly. I'm a proud Hindu. I'm very passionate about my religion. But it doesn't matter.
But allow me to complete.
Yeah, quickly, sir, quickly.
Allow me to complete.
Quickly,
but
sir.
At the time of the retirement is a very critical juncture in a person's life, in a judge's life.
So you want us to be charitable to the judge? So
he can go haywire.
Oh, why was he?
He can go haywire.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, sir, whether he was.
I'm
not sure, sir, whether he was just going.
He can be looking for a job by posing an ultra-nationalist.
Well, is he doing that? Is he doing that? And therefore, if he's doing that, then there needs to be even harder questioning. Then it needs to be probed even more. Whether this judge,
whether had been hiding behind the judiciary all these years.
Then you were using your judicial robes only and only to hide behind what otherwise should have been your open bias. It's an open bias, and that's why repeatedly I'm saying all these people, whether it's studio warriors or it's judges like these who try and use they hide behind their religion, but only for opportunistic gains. To me, these are not the real Hindus that you and I should be looking up to. You need to be a man or a woman who likes his religion for the facts, for the good values which are associated with that religion. Don't convert this religion into this game of tutu meme as is being done by some great fake pseudo-nationalists in this country. Thanks to all my panelists for joining us on Viewpoint tonight. Justice Mahesh Chandra Sharma's comments certainly triggering off a debate and asking many of us. And I've been really perturbed. I've really been concerned with what was said today, because this happens to be a judge. If he is trying to appropriate the sentiments which are associated with the majority Hindu community, this is not the sentiment which will ever be associated with the Hindu community that I subscribe to. Let's step into a short break. On the other side, an exclusive interview coming up with a party which has also become the butt of biggest jokes, the Aam Aadmi Party. But as we dive into that break, that one single question which was triggered off, which was kicked off by Justice Sharma, peacocks don't mate. Just take a look at how the virtual world really went viral with his comment and comments on the comments which are coming because of that particular comment. Let's move on from an absurd judge to the theatre of absurd. That's what Indian politics has become. That's what certainly politics in Delhi has become. These are pictures from inside the Delhi Assembly. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? The Delhi Assembly Speaker simply saying koi tarika nahi hai. And that is Kapil Mishra. He's an Aam Aadmi Party MLA. Till the other day he was a minister in the Delhi government. Today, because he's on the wrong side of Arvind Kejriwal, look at how people are strangulating him. Unka gala daba dena chahte hain ye log, because Kapil Mishra is raising some questions, right, wrong, whatever, but raising questions against Arvind Kejriwal. This is the state of affairs in the city, in the state which is being led by a man who swears by political decency, democracy and political morality on a daily basis. That's Arvind Kejriwal. So what really happened? Why did this happen? I caught up with Kapil Mishra just a short while back. What really happened there inside, Kapil, that all these MLAs started pouncing on you?
I think everyone has seen it live. It was everyone has saw it. There were journalists sitting inside who have witnessed it, and I was raising a very simple demand that Arvind Kejriwal and Satinder Jain has done a corruption, and that their corruption should be discussed inside the assembly, and a special session in Ramlila Maidan should be organized for the same. And it's a very simple demand. And I was raising this demand. I wrote a letter to the speaker yesterday, and I tried to speak about it today. And when they were not allowing me to speak, then I showed a banner where it was written that a special session need to be organized in Ramlila Maidan on corruption done by Arvind Kejriwal and Satinder Jain. And at the same time, these MLAs ghiraud me, attacked me. I saw Manish Sisodiya directing Jarnail Singh Tilaknagar MLA to run towards me, and he came running all the way. And then they started hitting me. And even before Marshal came, they started hitting me until the time Marshal took me out. They kept hitting me. And the most weird aspect of it, that while they were hitting me, speaker was on record saying that koi hinsa nahi ho rahi, koi hinsa nahi ho rahi. Why it was a need to even say that when there was no violence happening? And they tried to even switch off the camera for some time so that they can hit me. And then Marshal took me out. and everyone saw it, and they forgot that even though they can switch off the camera, but there are journalists sitting inside.
Are you saying, Kapil, it is Manish Sisodia who was directing this entire assault on you? Because in these pictures, I can see one individual who's put his arm around your neck. I'm just trying to understand whether that person is trying to protect you or is he trying to strangulate you as you are alleging?
They were attacking me, they were trying to stop, make me quiet, and they were openly saying ki apni zuban band rakh. That's what I was being told by these MLAs. And I think it is fear. It is simple fear in the eyes of Arvind Kejriwal, because he stands exposed today. I'm exposing every single corruption, and he can't face the public. He can't have an assembly session on the same issue. But let me tell you, they can't make me quiet. I'm going to speak about it, I'm going to expose, and they have not allowed me speaking inside the assembly. I will now go to public, and Saturday evening I will display all the evidences to the public.
But you are being called by the Aam Aadmi Party leadership as a BJP ka dalal. That you are doing all this, you're doing dalali according to the Aam Aadmi Party on behalf of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Do you believe you're paying a price today in Delhi Assembly because of these allegations?
Sir, have they ever attacked any BJP MLA? Have they ever attacked any BJP guy? Why are they attacking me? Even never before in the history of this country any single MLA have been gherawed out and beaten like this. Why are they doing it if I'm just simply a BJP agent? They could have treated me like a BJP leader. So the way they treat Vijender Gupta, the way they treat other BJP leaders.
Are you then thinking in terms of, are you going to approach the police? Are you going to lodge a police complaint? Are you going to lodge a complaint with the Lieutenant Governor against this treatment which was meted out to you on the floor of the Delhi Assembly today?
I am definitely going to meet Lieutenant Governor. Police cannot do much in this case because it has happened inside the assembly, and that's why they have been able to do it. They know inside the assembly no one can take even cognizance of this issue, and that's why they have tried to do it, because they know outside on road they can't even face public today.
But Kapil Mishra, last time when when your colleague Saurabh was trying to explain to the country about tampering of EVM machines, I was told that you were there in the Delhi Assembly, but you refused to go on the floor of the Assembly. You chose to watch it from the confines of your room when Saurabh Bhardwaj was speaking about EVM tampering. When you went inside Delhi Assembly today, on the floor of the Assembly, did you go with a predetermined thought process on your mind? Were you also trying to prove a political point that you're not scared of anybody?
No, Bhupinder, entire presentation done by Saurabh Bhardwaj, I kept sitting inside the Assembly that day. I attended the entire session that day.
So if you attended then, my point to you is, if you attended it then and if you are present on the floor of the Assembly, nothing happened then, why is it that they're attacking you now? What's changed between then and now?
Because now I am demanding a special session. Now I am exposing more corruption. Now I am telling them that in coming days more exposes will be done. Now I am filing cases against them. I think and that day I was quiet. I was just watching what they are doing, and I was not raising any demand. So they want if I should keep quiet. If I am quiet, they are happy.
Who are these people? Kapil, can you tell all our viewers, who are these people whom we are seeing in pictures? Who are these people who are pouncing on you of the Aam Aadmi Party? Let's name them today.
Sir, there are two MLAs I clearly can name. One, Jarnail Singh MLA from Tilak Nagar, Madan Lal MLA from Kasturba Nagar. Then there are few MLAs who were kind of grabbing me from behind. I didn't saw them, but I think you can see all of them in the footages, and everyone know who are these MLAs.
So if these MLAs, if this is the treatment against you, Kapil, before I let you go, will you still be, you're an MLA, so you're entitled to be present on the floor of the Delhi Assembly. Are these moves in any ways going to scare you from attending Delhi Assembly?
I will attend every single session. I don't fear them. I will keep exposing them. I will keep filing cases against them.
Is Arvind Kejriwal, if I was to say that this is Gundagiri, this is Gundagardi being indulged in by Arvind Kejriwal, your former mentor, your former boss, would that be the best way to describe the situation today, Kapil?
He's exactly behaving like a criminal, and the way he's behaving, the criminal who tries to escape, who tries to divert the attention, he's exactly doing that.
Okay, that no-holds-barred interview with Kapil Mishra. Arvind Kejriwal, I think, needs to ask himself some tough questions. Is he really reducing the level of Indian democracy today? Is the Aam Aadmi Party resembling insults to Indian democracy? Is a question that Mr. Kejriwal must ask himself. So, is Kapil Mishra the hero of the day, or is he the villain of the day? The villain of the day, first up today, folks, are all those Aam Aadmi Party MLAs who otherwise swear by political morality. Each day, the Aam Aadmi Party likes to tell us they are the custodians of morality. What is politically correct in this country? This is their reality. All you Aam Aadmi Party MLAs who are behaving like street thugs and gundas, on the floor of Delhi Assembly, you are the villain of the day. Who then is the hero of the day? Well, hero of the day is this person who's ended up topping the Karnataka Civil Services exam, Nandini KR. Good luck and good wishes to you in a state which is being marred by political turbulence. Nandini KR is standing up like a knight in shining white armor to all her statements. And who's the ridiculous of the day? Ridiculous of the day, as I said right at the beginning, in my view, Justice Mahesh Chandra Sharma is the ridiculous of the day for having embarrassed such a glorious and illustrious institution such as the Indian judiciary. That's it then from me till I see you again tomorrow night. Keep thinking about who are the real nationalists based on facts and who are the fake pseudo-nationalists who are only and only based on rhetoric and impeaching ways. Good night. Goodbye.